And now we can do the end titles. So let's create a new composition. So close the effect controls window so you can see the project window. And then down here, this is the create a new composition icon here. Let's see if I can zoom in. So down here at the bottom of your project window, you got this little picture of a piece of film with some geometric shapes. And this is the create a new composition icon. So now you know there's several ways to create a new composition. You can import something like a layered PSD file and import it as a composition. You can use composition new and create a composition there, or you can use this composition, create a new composition icon. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to say end titles is what I want to call this. Make sure it's the right size. Everything looks good. Duration 5 seconds. And it does not matter. It's always very tempting to use background color, but this is just for editing. It doesn't actually output. It'll only output as just emptiness, which would turn out to be black in most cases. Background color is just there as something that's more useful if you're using black. If you're drawing something in black or have text that is black, having a background color of black is not going to help you. You can change it to a color that will have contrast so you can see what you're writing. And I'm going to say OK. So here's my end titles. There's nothing in here. I'm going to use the text tool. So text tool. I'm going to make sure I have a color that I can use. So right now we've got Adobe Caslon Pro and it's kind of darker than I would like. So let's give it a little bit lighter look to it and maybe more orange. And that looks good. And say OK. And now I'm going to type the end. So let's see, we want it to be in Helvetica Neue. So go down to Helvetica Neue. And we want it to be bold in 90 points, or pixels, whatever they use. And I'm going to type the end. Now for After Effects, when you've got a layer that you want to be centered, you use the Align window, and you can align to the composition and click Align horizontally, Align vertically. Okay. And now we're going to put the fish tank PSD behind everything. So this is the fish tank. This is your actual fish tank. You don't want to do that. You want to get the layer from fish tank. So in the fish tank layers, go to fish tank PSD. Here it is. So this is just the fish tank itself. And you can use this as a layer. So this is always available, that you can use that as a layer. Let's make sure that the composition settings are correct. No, it's not. So we want to set this to the right size. So 1280 by 720. Yes, this is it. Okay. And there it is. So this is the size we want. This is the image we want. This is exactly what we want. I'm going to Command Save. So you always have to check to see. I had changed the size so I could put in my Diver Dan, and I had forgotten to change it back to the preset. So, but in checking, I figured it out. Let's check. This is, yes, this is the same size as what we were doing. So we got the preset set for that, so we're okay. Everything should be okay now. So I'm going to Command Save.